The day you fall off is not usually what breaks you. It is the trial you hold afterward. One missed block becomes evidence. One bad week becomes a sentence. Then you punish yourself before you return. Ash on the floor is not a verdict. Sweep it. Relight the forge. Return clean. You know the pattern. You miss the morning you promised yourself. The workout disappears. The draft stays untouched. The sales message does not get sent. The system you followed for 11 days goes quiet on day 12. The interruption may be small, but your mind expands it. You do not say, "I missed the block." You say, "I always do this." You do not say, "The routine broke." You say, "Maybe I am not disciplined." You begin collecting old failures as witnesses. Soon the work is no longer the work. It is a courtroom where your identity is on trial. So you prepare a dramatic comeback. Tomorrow will be perfect. You will wake earlier, work longer, repair the whole week, and prove the lapse meant nothing. That plan feels serious because it hurts. But punishment is not discipline. It is shame wearing a work uniform. And it makes the return heavier than the task ever was. Walk into a forge after the fire has gone low. There is ash on the stone. The tools are cold. Yesterday's work is unfinished on the anvil. The blacksmith does not interrogate the hammer. He does not insult the furnace. He does not demand that one flame repay every hour of darkness. He restores the conditions for work. He sweeps the loose ash. He clears the air. He places the tool where his hand can find it. He lights one controlled fire. Then he strikes the metal in front of him. That is a clean return. It has 3 parts. First, close the old cycle with one reset action. Not 10 actions. Not a complete life audit. One action that tells your body and environment the interruption is over. Clear the desk. Open the document. Lay out the training clothes. Fill the water bottle. Write the next client name at the top of the page. The reset action should take less than 10 minutes. Its job is not to recover lost output. Its job is to make the next honest action obvious. Second, choose one defined work block. Do not return to the whole plan. Return to one piece of reality. 25 minutes on the draft. One outreach message. One page reviewed. One meal prepared. One invoice sent. The block needs a finish line you can see. Vague effort invites negotiation. A defined block gives the hammer one place to land. Third, forbid punishment. This is the part most people skip. They restart the work while keeping the sentence. They double the schedule. They cut sleep. They refuse rest. They speak to themselves with contempt and call it accountability. Then the routine becomes a place where pain is collected as payment. Of course, they avoid returning. No one wants to enter a forge that exists only to burn them. Your rule against punishment protects the next repetition. No doubling tomorrow because today was missed. No 12-hour rescue day. No new system built in panic. No public announcement about becoming a different person. No identity language while repairing a behavior. You are not erasing the standard. You are removing the drama that keeps you away from it. Consistency is not an unbroken life. It is the ability to return before the interruption becomes an identity. The strongest streak is not the one that never meets disruption. It is the one that knows how to restart without creating a second wound. Take one card, one note, or one page. Write 3 lines. Line 1, my reset action. Choose something physical and immediate. Clear the work surface. Reopen the project. Put the shoes by the door. Move the phone out of reach. Prepare the first tool. If the reset action takes longer than 10 minutes, it is probably another project. Make it smaller. Line 2, my next work block. Name the duration and the visible output. 25 minutes, finish the opening paragraph. 30 minutes, send one proposal. 20 minutes, rebuild the first section of the checklist. 40 minutes, complete the rough cut of one scene. Do not write, get back on track. That is not a task. It is a feeling you hope the task will produce. Name the work. Name the finish line. Line 3, my rule against punishment. Use a sentence that blocks your usual form of repayment. I will not double tomorrow's workload. I will not redesign the system tonight. I will not use one missed block as evidence about who I am. I will not announce the restart before I complete it. I will return at the normal standard, not at a punishment standard. Now add one trigger above the 3 lines. When I notice I have fallen off, I will use this protocol before I evaluate myself. That order matters. Action before identity judgment. Reality before story. One clean repetition before another promise. Then run the protocol today. Do the reset action. Start the defined block. When the block ends, stop for 10 seconds. Do not immediately demand proof that you are fixed. Record one fact. I returned. If the normal plan calls for another block, continue normally. If it does not, end the session without inventing extra punishment. The goal is not to feel redeemed. The goal is to make returning ordinary. Track one number for the next month, return time. How long passed between noticing the drift and completing one clean block? You do not need a perfect month. You need that number to get smaller. 7 days becomes 2. 2 days becomes 1 morning. 1 morning becomes the next honest hour. That is how momentum becomes resilient. Here is the vow. I will not turn interruption into an identity. I will not make pain the price of returning. I will close the old cycle with one reset action. I will choose one defined block. I will protect the next repetition from punishment. I will measure my discipline by how cleanly I return. The few fall off. They get tired. They miss blocks. They lose rhythm. They meet weeks that do not care about the plan. What makes them the few is not a life without ash. It is the refusal to build a home inside it. They sweep the floor. They open the air. They place the hammer back on the anvil. They relight one controlled flame. Then they return to the metal in front of them. No speech. No sentence. No performance of suffering. Just the next clean strike. Your missed day does not need a defense. Your future does not need a dramatic apology. It needs evidence that the door back to the work is still open. Write the protocol. Do the reset action. Complete the block. Refuse the punishment. Ash is not your verdict. Return clean.